you know what, Tammy Mack, I think it's a little disingenuous, the conversation about this being at the last minute, because Republicans have refused to approve a budget bill. And so what happens is we're always on the brink of the government shutting down because Republicans are obstructing the normal day-to-day business of actually running a country. You have to have money for Social Security, for things that have already been spent. Half the time we're passing money to pay for things that were spent by the last president. But because Republicans want to wait, the deadline was today for shutting down the government. And we still had to put a couple, I think it's a 3-day package together to tide us over. That's why it becomes this governance by playing chicken. If Pelosi doesn't put it in at the last minute, the whole government shuts down. Is that preferable? If we could get Republicans to stop obstructing everything and let Joe Biden do his job, then we wouldn't have to have these massive bills coming in at the last minute. And, I do one thing that I think Derek and I may agree on is that we know earmarks are back, which means people can slide things into these bills for their pet projects in their states. That can be problematic, but it could also be a boon, Tammy, because when Republicans think they can get a little pork for their state, sometimes they'll vote yes on something and we can actually move an agenda.
Wait, the only way Republicans vote yes is if they can get pork. Listen, this blame game is so unhealthy. Saying that this is all the Republicans' fault is just as bad as saying it's all the Democrats' fault.
I didn't say
you said it's the Republicans' fault. You made it very clear.
They do obstruct the budget.
Both sides have a hand in the guilty. There's enough blame to go around. We can't sit around and say it's all the Democrats' fault. That's disingenuous. It's also disingenuous to just sit and point fingers.
Well, when it comes to budget obstruction,
they're not dancing together.
Administration, it is all the Republicans' fault. When it comes to other problems, there's blame to share, for sure.
Okay, so it's all the Republicans' fault.
When it comes to budget stalling for the Biden administration, that would be a yes. I think you're right that many times, if you look at the Build Back Better Act, yes, no single Republican voted for it. But if we would have had all the Democrats on board, we could have passed Build Back Better. So we tend to blame the Democrats for that and let the other 50 Republican senators off the hook. In that case, yes, there's blame to go around.
There's always blame to go around.
For sure. Alicia.
But when it comes to the COVID, not approving that portion, I mean, this is the Republicans are the group that was calling it a hoax. So I wasn't really surprised that they would squash that.
They didn't. The Democrats did.
The Democrats called COVID a hoax.
Derek, if Republicans would have voted for that, it would have gone forward. That's disingenuous to say just Democrats squashed it.
The Democrats squashed the 15 billion we're talking about, not the Republicans. That's not even arguable. That is what happened. I'm not saying it's good, bad, or indifferent. That's just a matter of fact. You can't blame that.
There's blame to go around.
Always.